International students, scholarship or loan? Be careful, they are not the same. These two terms are often used under the category of financial aid. What are the differences and what you should consider? When you need a scholarship or financial loan, if you think that the funds that you will receive from your family and or your country's government will not be sufficient to finance your tuition, book expenses, and your lodging, living at dormitory at campus or an apartment off campus expenses, then you should consider finding scholarship or getting a loan or other type of financial aid. Let's start with the first one. Scholarships for international students. Scholarships, grants, and fellowships are granted by universities, foundations, international financial institutions, U.S. and foreign governments. Some scholarships are for students of graduate, that is, master's and PhD studies, and some are for successful professionals. You may also find scholarships for undergraduate or bachelor's programs as well. Some scholarships are in the form of cash and some as direct payment of tuition to the university. This really doesn't matter as long as your tuition is paid directly or indirectly. Sources of scholarships. These are universities such as Yale, Harvard, MIT, Princeton, Amherst, American University, Columbia College, Cornell University, Dartmouth College, Emory College, and others. There are dozens of universities and colleges providing scholarships for international students. The other source is foundations such as Fulbright, Hubert H. Humphrey Fellowship, Aga Khan, La Roche, Rotary International, and some other well-known institutions. And the other source is international organizations such as United Nations, World Bank, and other regional development banks. And the final source is U.S. employers, especially multinational firms and especially high technology companies including software and web search companies. Financial aid and loans. Typically, financial loans cover funds that you need to pay back. You can use to pay your tuition and living expenses. You need to be careful, however. You need to pay interest and perhaps some expenses for processing and management. Watch our warning note later on to avoid suspicious offers that may be sent to you over the phone or you may find it online. Biggest difference. While scholarships for international students are free and you do not need to pay back, financial aid and loans are funds that you need to pay back. As an international student, you need to get more scholarship and less loans to minimize your future debt. Interest rates on student loans are lower, however, interest amounts are added to principal of your loan. And the interest is calculated based on accumulated loan amount, that is, on the principal of the loan added by an interest charge. Another big difference. You need to find a cosigner if you apply for financial loan. Your cosigner must be a U.S. citizen or green card holder, guaranteeing your payment installments fully in the future. You do not need anybody to sponsor you when you get scholarships, grants, or fellowships provided by universities, foundations, and international organizations, as you are not obligated to pay back such loans. Please keep in mind that institutions providing scholarships, grants, and other fellowships will continuously monitor your progress and may stop funding your education if you don't make sufficient progress in your education. Be careful and avoid scams. First, check if the source of funds is an intermediary or real sources of funds. If intermediary acting in between, then be more suspicious. Second thing that you have to be careful is avoiding payment in advance. Scholarships, grants, and fellowships do not require advance payments by you. Any initiation or administrative fee is added to your loan amount, so you don't have to make any payment before getting the funds. Check their websites and get references. Call them up and ask questions for more information. If you want to get certified English translations of your documents, before you start your education and apply for scholarships or financial aid, you need a translation of your educational documents, diploma, transcript, and others, certified when you apply to American universities, colleges, foreign credential evaluation services, U.S. government agencies, public and private employers. Please send us an email or call for information on our services. Thank you for watching and wish you good luck.